talking about this rematch. And, you know, it's about time that they see, you know, what could be the make of the finals.
Of course, and these two teams are the teams na talagang tinitignan dito. The top two teams, one is the defending champion, the other team is the one that remains undefeated this season.
Now, earlier on, we had Adamson defeating Ateneo in straight sets. That sets in stone the final four as we take a look at the current standings of the teams coming into today's final game of the elimination round.
Well, there you can see, right now it's the LaSalle at number 1. UST comfortably seated at number 2. But a while ago, this is what you mentioned now. It's Adamson on the number 3 spot, while Ateneo now falling to number 4. So this means that Ateneo will go up against the number 1 team, which is LaSalle.
And of course, our coverage of the Final Four begins on Wednesday. That's 2 and 3. UST taking on Adamson, while LaSalle will take on Ateneo in the Final Four matchup. Now, let's revisit the first meeting between LaSalle and UST, which, of course, highly anticipated, as we talked about, but unfortunately lacked the fireworks and the action that a lot of people were expecting, because LaSalle swept UST in 3 straight sets.
That's right. Like what you said, that it was an unexpected turnout in that game where everybody expected that it would actually extend to 5 sets. However, it was LaSalle that seemed to be very unstoppable in that game. They ended it in 3 sets. And later on, when we look at the scores, we'll see na parang hindi rin nakadikit ng gaano yung UST in sets 2 and 3.
It seems like they were not in their element, itong Tigresses, as they were just dominated offensively and defensively. Of course, one of the main things about LaSalle is their blocking, and it was shown perfectly in that game.
And this is what we were talking about. It was a close first set. However, sets 2 and 3, seems that UST kind of loosened up a bit. Medyo nag-relax ng konti, and they weren't able to get it close to LaSalle, especially in set number 3. And there also, if you look at the statistics in terms of attacks, very big difference between the score of LaSalle at 40 and UST only at 29. Even in the other skills like blocking and service department, lamang na lamang din ang LaSalle, which probably just shows us that UST at that time really had some problems.
Now, of course, De La Salle University, the Lady Spikers, are virtually undefeated coming into today's game, except for that technicality that brought them that one loss. Let's revisit the last game between LaSalle and UP, and that was, of course, a straight sets win for the Lady Spikers.
So that's right. In that game, LaSalle cruised along the 3 sets. They showed dominance when it came to attacking, even in their defense, and that gave UP a hard time that game.
Let's check some of the numbers in that game. Of course, dominant was De La Salle University, as they have been the entire season, even against a very physically gifted UP Lady Maroons.
That's right. I guess for LaSalle, what has helped them in the elimination round is the fact that they have been very consistent. As you take a look at the score in that game against UP, so there they won in straight sets, 25-16, 25, 18, 25, 14, ending the game with a total score of 75-48. And looking at the skills, same story again. LaSalle leading in all departments. You have the attack department, blocking department is very impressive at 4 points for UP and 13 for LaSalle. While for the service department naman, lumamang doon ng UP.
Lady Spikers making it to the semifinals yet again. And let's see the importance of, you know, their entry to the semifinals virtually undefeated, as we check in with Steph C. and this interview earlier with Abigail Maraño.
Already secured of the twice-to-beat advantage, ano ngayon yung motivation nyo para matalo yung UST sa laban today?
Still, faith is the first motivation for us, and then faith to God, and then to ourselves. Pinaka-importante.
Well, since we all know that entering the semifinals with a win is very important, paano nyo sila pinaghandaan ngayon at sino-sino ang balak yung bantayan?
During trainings, mas nag-focus kami sa floor defense namin, and then blockings, kasi parang importante sa amin na blockings pa lang, mapatay mo na. And then, syempre, nag-focus din kami sa pagbantay kay Ate Aiza Maiso, and then kay Ortiz, yung mga key players nila. Kasi pinaka-importante na malaman namin yung tamang laro.
Thank you very much, Abby. Once again, that was Abigail Maraño of the DLSU Lady Archers.
Now Abigail mentioned that they want to concentrate more on their floor defense because if something goes through the block, of course, kailangan din kunin yun, ano?
That's right. And I also like that interview because you see how the relationships are of these players, ano? She actually called Aiza Maizo ate.
That's
so,
right.
alam mo yun,
So
sa court na sila magkakalaban and outside, of course, they respect each other.
All right, let's take a look at UST this time. The Tigresses, before coming into this game, they were in danger of losing that twice-to-beat advantage when they went through a 5-setter, a grueling 5-setter against the Lady Tamaraos.
Of course, again, a lot of people surprised with the turnout of this game. This is a UST team that has been, of course, our defending champions, one of the veterans, one of the best teams that we have here in the league, but challenged by this very young FEU squad, all rookies with the exception of Nika Morada. And this is where they say, actually, yesterday when I covered the game, Boom was saying na may vulnerability itong UST because you see that a lot of teams manage to push the game into 5-set matches.
Let's review some of the numbers of that game against FEU. They lost the first 2 sets there, as you can see here.
But this is the good character that you see in a very experienced team like UST. Despite being down by 2 sets, nakakabawi sila towards the end. And that's what's important. Kailangan may panapos ka in every game.
UST rebounding and take a look at the final set, 15-12. FEU was still right there, even at the end.
But what really worked for UST in that game is, despite the fact that FEU managed to keep it close in terms of attacks, look at the block points that UST had, 13 as compared to only 5 of FEU. And this, of course, comes with the height advantage that the Lady Tigers have.
Of course, the Tigresses have lost 3 in this season. That was against Ateneo, 1 against LaSalle, of course, and 1 against UP. And let's see the motivation of these girls coming into today's game as they really want to show everybody that they can beat the #1 team. Let's check in with Maan Panganiban and her interview earlier with Judy Caballejo.
Judy, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, let's just talk about your game today against DLSU. Alam nating lahat na natalo tayo ng DLSU no first round. And alam natin din na gusto ng UST na pumasok sa semifinals na syempre mataas ang spirit. Ikaw personally and alam ko yung team nyo pinag-uusapan din yan. Ano ang plano natin para manalo tayo sa DLSU ngayon?
Bali, nag-prepared po kami ngayon kasi nakulangan po kami ng isang player. Na-injured po kasi si Hirotsuji. So, nag-adjust po kami sa rotation po namin.
Okay, so we are going to be expecting a different rotation from the UST squad now. Ngayon naman, you have a very huge crowd here at the arena. Ano yung nafe-feel mo na we are just minutes away to playing DLSU? Yun yung pinakahihintay ng lahat ng volleyball fans ngayong second round.
Sobrang excited and pressure kasi hindi po namin alam kung ano yung mangyayari sa game mamaya. Pwede po kaming manalo or matalo. Pero sana manalo po kami kasi gagawin po namin yung best namin.
Okay, so the best of luck for UST. So there you have it, Judy Caballejo of the UST Growling Tigers.
Fans inside the arena are already super excited for this match, and the cat is out of the bag, so to speak. And sinabi na ni Judy Caballejo that they have an injured player, and it's one of their more important players, especially at the net, si Hirotsuji.
That's right. Actually, I got a chance to talk to the coaching staff earlier, and they were saying that they had to make adjustments within their starting 6. Pero it's just unfortunate that it had to happen now. Now that they're against a team like LaSalle.
Especially during the time when you need your tallest players on the floor against a very physically gifted Lady Spikers lineup. Let's send it courtside to Rolly Malnapas for the introduction of the team.
Your Season 73 UAAP Volleyball Tournament. Officiating this match, first referee, Romulo Reforzado, national referee. Our second referee, Nestor Naesa, national referee. And our teams playing today to celebrate their 100th centennial year this June. Here are the #1 team in the eliminations, and this year's UAAP hosts, the DLSU Lady Spikers. celebrating their quadricentennial 400th year anniversary. Here are the number 2 team in the eliminations and the defending champions, UST Tigresses.
What kind of words do you exchange, especially after that? You say good luck? Do you actually mean it?